Just setting things up last minute, as always. Hey Snus, hope you're good. Hope you're doing well. I hope that all like white isn't ruining everyone's screens. Did you watch the Sarabia goal today? Yeah. I saw it about 20 minutes ago. Amazing free kick. They lost, didn't they? They lost they lost 1-0. Was it away from home? I think they lost. Hey Dawood, happy Sunday to you too. Just setting my screen up. I'm as disorganized as I usually am. Okay. Okay. Jimmy Jackson says, hey Jimmy, hope you're good. They're just showing the formations on the screen. CB3473 hoping for a big win today. Yeah, I hope so. Leicester are rubbish, so we should hopefully get a pretty good win today. Allison's posted the lineups. So just before he went onto the pitch, he posted the lineups. Allison himself is in goal. Bradley. So we've got a proper right back on the pitch. Konate, Van Dijk, Tsimikas. It's nice to see Tsimikas starting. I don't think Robertson's in particularly good form. Gravenberch, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Salah, Gakpo, Diaz. Okay, interesting. So probably Gakpo on the left and Diaz up front. Leicester, Hermansen, Pereira, Faze, Connor Cody, he used to play for us back in the day. Thomas, Ndidi, Sumare, Cordova Reed, Alcanus, Mavididi, and Vardy. Nunez is saying Chiesa didn't even make the bench. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Like I've said before, I think I don't like making the same joke twice because that's lame. But I think Chiesa's got pictures of Slot with hair because that's the only reason. Nunez says, is Chiesa even going to be here next season? I don't know, man. It's the whole situation's a bit strange, if I'm honest. We'll have to kind of wait and see what happens. JSY Talks Football Fan Channel says, big up all the Reds. 4-1. Nice prediction. I would have guessed a 4-1 as well. So we're kind of aligned on that one. Let me just start this timer really quick. I need to get like a second screen, to be honest. So 0 minutes, 20 seconds, set start. Okay. Fantastic. The dog says, glad to see Simi getting some game time over Robertson. Trent is also back, which will be interesting if he ends up coming on. Yeah, I think since he's on the bench, he probably will come on. Still don't know what the situation is going to be about his future and all that, but if he's on the bench, that's a positive. The Curse King says, not getting Ekitike apparently. Yeah, I'm not too fussed. They want 100 million. I think Ekitike is a bit overrated. It feels like all new player syndrome. Like, oh, Ekitike, it's a new player. We want. It's like, yeah, he's a new player, but I've never seen anything that fancy from Ekitike. Good clearance by Konate. I'm just getting through all the comments and then I'll get to the game. I need to start earlier. That's what I need to do. I need to log on like 10 minutes beforehand. We need new midfielders in the summer. The same three keep getting played. Yeah. This is something that always tends to kind of happen with Liverpool. It's just Leicester attacking, but Gravenberch defense. we saw kind of we saw a kind of similar issue with back when we had Fabinho, Wijnaldum, Henderson. It was the same three guys every single time, and then players' legs end up going. So yeah, I'd like to see at least one midfielder coming in next season. Hopefully, some sort of cover for Gravenberch. I think we're okay in the attacking positions. Of course, you can always improve, but I'd say the higher priority is probably the defensive positions, just to give some competition for Gravenberch. Todd says, Amorim on track for 6 wins in 23 games. That is awful. That I was slightly worried when they got Amorim. Oh, Salah's through. I don't know if he's onside. Hits the inside of the post and somehow it doesn't go in. I think he was onside. That was crazy. You know when the ball hits the inside of the post and then you think it's going to roll in? He was onside. He was onside there. 2 minutes 40. The ball hit one post and then horizontally hit the other post. Unfortunate. We'll batter these. I'm not too concerned. Todd also says Ten Hag is the reason why United is not getting relegated this season. Amorim is a scam. I think that club is just cursed. I don't know. I don't know what the reason is. Amorim's perfectly kind of decent manager. Crosser just come in. Gravenberch is gonna smack it, and it hits player on the head. Nothing much happened. Paris says fingers can be pointed at Ten Hag, but that doesn't mean fingers can't be pointed at Amorim either. I agree. I think there's responsibility on both sides. If I was to look at this as a neutral, I would still give Ten Hag. I would still give Amorim the benefit of the doubt to a certain degree. But like losing at home to Wolves today, certain stuff is I don't want to say unforgivable, but certain stuff is a bit bizarre, shall we say? But yeah, let's see what they do in the summer. Snus says, "Damn, all the peeps are here." I know, right? I need to log on earlier because 4 minutes of the game have already gone. Salah takes a shot from 30 yards. It's saved. Yep, Paris looking forward to the game. So am I. We did some watch-alongs during the week. We did 2 Champions League games. I think I remember Durwood was here during the game. What were we doing again, Durwood? We did the Real Madrid Arsenal game. We did the Villa PSG, and then we did the Europa League for Man United. That was it. Yeah, but it's always nice just to see Liverpool. We should win 5-0. Yeah, I'm seeing 4-1 in the chat, 5-0. I'm hoping for some sort of high kind of scoreline. Yeah, first place versus 19th place should score 4 at least, I think. Snus says, I'd rather have Trent coming in for Bradley over Kwanzaa. Yeah. And I kind of agree with what Alison's saying there below. Now that we've kind of got natural right backs in the team, I don't want to see Kwanzaa right back. Kwanzaa's perfectly fine, perfectly capable centre back. But I don't know if any of you guys remember back in the day when Jamie Carragher used to play right back. It looks a bit like that. It looks a bit awkward. Like if I was wearing a Man United shirt, or if I don't know. Or if I didn't have a beard, or I don't know, or if Salah didn't have a beard, like it just looked weird. Like similarly, Kwanzaa right back, it's a bit weird. Snow says, I definitely want Trent coming in after 60, 70 minutes. Yeah, if he's on the bench, let's make use of him. A brace assist for Salah today. Who says no? I think that's a reasonable expectation. I think Leicester are like 18th, 19th, so we should be seeing those GA numbers going up. Flexi says easy for Salah. Yep. They're just showing Trent on the bench now. Looking very focused, looking very, very determined. I just want him to hit that 20 assist. Yeah. I think we've got 6-ish more games left. I think he should get that. So he can get the 21st versus Arsenal. That would be perfect. Hopefully we can win the Premier League before then, and there'll be a nice little guard of honor, shall we say? That would be perfect. Mo can score 3 goals against Chelsea, but I want him just assist 2 today, maybe 1 goal, so he can cook a little. Yeah, already in the first 5 minutes, he's looking threatening. There was that chance a few minutes ago where he hit the inside of the post, so hopefully a bit more of that, but perhaps a tad more accurate as well. Bagwell says hi Bagwell. Hope you're doing good. Finally getting around to the kickoff bit now. Hi Snus, hope you're doing good. Did you watch the Sarabia goal today? What a free kick! Yeah, amazing free kick. I know we like to laugh at Onana and make fun of Onana. I do that as well. But Onana couldn't have done anything with that free kick. It was right in the top left-hand corner. Amazing free kick. We got Durwood in the chat. Happy Sunday to you too, Durwood. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing good. They were at home at Old Trafford. Yeah. I mean, this is the thing. I do think their situation is very much Ten Hag's fault, but equally, there can't really be any reason to lose to Wolves at home. At least get a draw. Wolves owns Old Trafford now. They do, but I feel like everyone owns Old Trafford. So are we all like 10% owners or like 5% owners? And like, how does that work? Is that why nobody fixes the roof? Because there's so many owners and no one wants to take responsibility. There's just a corner here. I think it's a corner for Liverpool. It is. Corner in by McAllister, headed by Van Dijk, but I swear that came off phase. But it looks like it might go out for a goal kick. Brest scored against Lens. Is that going on right now? French league. Gakpo up top. Why is Gakpo up top? I really like Gakpo, but I especially really like Gakpo on the left. Oh bollocks! 60 minutes on that time. What's going on there? Let me fix this. Because the hour increment had a 1 in it. Let me just fix this 1 second. Leicester just hit the inside of the post, by the way. That should be fixed now. That should have been there. Thank you. Derwood mentioned it as well. Yeah, I left the timer works based on like hours, minutes, seconds, and there was a 1 in the hours. But shot by Salah, saved. Yeah, thank you guys for pointing that out. Derwood says, I'm so happy we got Slot instead of him. Yeah, 100%. I was a bit disappointed when we didn't get him. I don't know if you guys remember the summer, but I was quite disappointed, and there was quite the meltdown from quite a few fans saying like Amorim's the one. He's good with young players. He's crossing by Simicast just cleared. He's good with young players. He's got a good personality, which I still think he has, to be fair. He's the natural kind of charismatic guy to take over from Klopp. And then when we didn't get him, I just remember being a bit disappointed. A lot of people were significantly disappointed. And then when they found out we were getting Slot, a lot of the reaction, which again, I'm sure you guys remember, was, who's this guy? We don't want another Ten Hag. Who's this guy? I'll be honest, I didn't know too much about him, but I wasn't sad or disappointed. I was more, okay, let's see what happens. Yeah, and you're right. We're so lucky to a certain degree, because I think we did do our due diligence, but so grateful that it seems to have kind of worked out for us. Durwood says they need to stop blaming the manager instead of doing something about the team. Yeah, it's they have this toxic cycle of managers. Ten Hag, Mourinho, Van Gaal, Amarim. It's like whoever goes there kind of fails. So that to me says it's not the manager. It must be something else. It's I don't know how to explain. Like if you keep putting a fence up and the fence keeps falling over, then it's probably not the fence. Maybe I don't know. It's probably the wind is too strong or something. My analogies are not on point today, but they'll get better. They'll get better later on. Leon, yeah, that was the one we were doing earlier in the week. Leon Man United, pretty crazy game. Yeah, all of them. It was good. It was good fun. It was good fun, must admit. I watched the Man United Leon on TV just because of Shirky. Now I want Shirky. He did play well. I didn't think he was amazing, but I thought he did pretty well. He scored a nice goal. And I think if he's available for the right price, like I've heard rumors of about kind of 25 million, that sort of thing. If he's available for the right price, then yeah, let's get on that. 20 to 25 million for Shirky is a steal and a half. He can step up for Salah when he goes away to AFCON. That's fair. Yeah, I forgot about that as well. He's very versatile. He can play across the front line. So, and also like 20 to 25 million these days it's absolutely nothing. It's like 5 million back in the day. So yeah, we should be on that. Derwood says, I will behave today and not let anything slip on the game. My feed is ahead of yours. It's okay. Even if you let it slip. It was a bit like a horror movie, where you see where you think something bad's gonna happen. So we would just kind of read the chat on Thursday and we'd be like, oh my God. So Derwood would just say, oh my God. And I'd be like, what's happening? Everything looks fine. Why are you saying, oh my God? So it was a bit like one of those horror movies. SLB Sports said, did you watch United's game? Yeah, we watched the Leon United game on, I think it was on Thursday. It was good fun. Of course, disappointing that they win. Disappointing that, I don't know. Disappointing how it was then being hyped up in the media, I would say. And I think we perhaps need a bit of perspective to say, look, it's a Leon, it's the Europa League, calm down. But equally, if that happened to us, I'd be super happy. So, yeah, I have to kind of have to temper my expectations. I agree, he would be great to step up. Yep. Snow says, I need a dribbler in the team as well. What position? Do you need a dribbler, on the wing or in number 10? Rick says, I'm your biggest fan. Thank you. Thank you, Rick. I'm also your biggest fan, if that helps. We don't ever use Elliot, so we need a creator at the 10. Yeah. He's got some sort of beef with Elliot. I think both Elliot and Chiesa have got slot pictures. I don't know. I don't know why they don't play. Yeah. Shirky would be perfect for only 20 to 25 million. I think especially in today's market, that sort of price range is not even low risk. I'd argue no risk. So we should be all on that. And it's not just the price as well. He's also a very young player, early 20s. He looks older, I think, because of his facial hair. But he's early 20s, so we should be on that. That's true. Mo Salah is 80% owner of that stadium. I think Wolves now have a 1% share. I think Liverpool have a 10% share. So yeah, Ineos and Glazers pretty much got 0% share. Durwood says, Elliot has a special place in my heart. I'm sad to see him on the bench all the time. It is disappointing, and I think as a person, when like we see him in interviews, he comes across as kind of really, really nice person, a really kind of humble person. And he's also a fan. He's a fan of the club. I don't know if you've seen those, not baby pictures, but those pictures of Elliot when he was younger wearing a Liverpool shirt. So, I hope it kind of works out for him. Yes, 1-1. Yeah. Burkay Eigen Footy says, can I get a shout out? You can. Shout out to Burkay. Is it Burkay or Burkay? Let me know. Berkay Eigen Footy. Let me clarify. 1-1 Lens versus Brest now. Wow. Nice. French League going on at the same time. Gamer Saad says, come on, City. They played yesterday, I think. Was it yesterday? 2-0. For some reason, 2-0's in my head. Patil Chandraska says, hi. I got all 8 of those. For you, Patil. Hope you're doing good. Hello. LFC for life. Yeah, 100%. Crossing by McAllister goes out. I've always been an Elliott fan too. So sad to see him being sold this summer. Yeah, it unfortunately looks like he's gonna go. I don't want him to go, but equally, like if he's not being played, then we might as well get a fee for him, and it would be good for his career as well. But I get what you're saying, just from a human perspective. Yeah, I don't want to see him go. Berkay, yeah, I think I've done the shout out. Yes, and you're right about that. But if Arne Slot don't rate him, nothing we can do. Yeah, we might as well just kind of move him on. He will forever be a red anyway. Yeah, I got a weird feeling as well that he might go to like a Dortmund or something and then be amazing. He was always dangerous on that right wing, always up to dribble. Yeah, positive player, always looking forward, always looking to advance the ball. That's kind of what I like most about Elliott. We have George Mauricio Diaz. Hello, George. Hope you are doing good. We got Salah as a dribbler on the right, so no. We need create a dribbler like Shirky. Yeah, I think Shirky offers something a bit different. In some ways, he's a bit like a halfway house, I think, between Szoboszlai and Elliott, where Elliott's like purely the creative technical, and Szoboszlai is like the physical. Is the physical, but not particularly creative. Oh god, the camera keeps doing this thing. It's a dumb AI feature. It'll zoom out. It'll zoom out eventually. Maybe if I go back, yeah, it'll fix itself eventually. We're now linked with Nicolo Rovello, the Timo version of Nico Barella. Yeah, that's the we shop in the Timo AliExpress market. Let me see if I can get this camera to fix itself. Yeah. They build these AI features, yeah, and they'll be like, oh, AI feature, it'll track your head, except if you stick your hand up and then it'll track your head. Just a free kick to Leicester, but we clear it. Warmonger Fenria says, how does it feel winning the league with refs being your player of the year? Honestly, amazing. If anything, we should pay the refs a bit more. I think I'd go a step beyond that. If they can send me their payment details, I'll send them a bank transfer as well, because I think that's fair to everyone. 3N390 says, what do you think about Nunes leaving? I think it's the right decision. Unfortunately, it hasn't really worked out. And we've given it 3 years, and it hasn't really worked out after 3 years. Equally, I think we'd still get quite a good fee for him. It's the right decision, if you know what I mean, because he doesn't seem to be getting any sort of game time on the pitch. When he does get game time, he doesn't really do much. I think his attitude might have gotten worse, but I can sympathize with that to a certain degree because he's not really playing. So I think it would be the best move for everyone if he was to just move on. Ria Prods says, name a footballer for an edit. Footballer for an edit. Connor Bradley's on the ball. How about Connor Bradley? I'm Connor Bradley fanboy to a certain degree. And you probably haven't done one of Connor Bradley, so it would be it would be a good good from that perspective. Yeah. Durwood says, "How many own goals is FaZe gonna score today? Hopefully, he gets a nice little hat trick of own goals. Was it two? Was it two own goals that he got against us last time? Um, so yeah, hopefully a couple." Ronnie also says hi, but for some reason they're not coming up on the screen. That one, Ronnie. I'll see if I can fix that. Hopefully that's fixed it. Hashim says, Anthony. Is that about the edit? Anthony's doing pretty well at Betis apparently, so probably a good candidate. Yeah, it was two. And were those the only two goals that we scored in that game? If I recall correctly. Was it 2-1? Was it 2-1 and we won because of two FaZe own goals? I can't remember. It sounds about accurate. Hashim says, "Why do you have an Abibas hat? Is that no good? Abibas no good? Is your picture like a duck or is it like a planet? Oh, it's a planet. It's a planet and clouds. I thought it was like a duck because it's really small." Kunal says, "Bro, why you look like Raj Kundra?" I don't know who that is. I'm gonna Google it. Raj Kundra, British Indian businessman, part-time actor, 198th richest Asian. I'm 197th, so he's just below me, unfortunately. Tamagotchi P says, "Yow, indeed." Spark Boy says, "Hello, Spark Boy." Speaking of Spark Boy, Simicast is on the ball. Gone out. Hashim says, "Keep up with your content. It's really good." Thank you, Hashim. Appreciate the kind words. Is anyone Indian? I think you meant i.e. anyone Indian. I look like them. fair enough. Are you that man who's a cast of Moon Knight? Is that Oscar Isaac or something? Something like that. And the answer is yes, that is me. I took a small break from acting just to talk through this game, but I will be doing Moon Knight season 2 maybe next week. So keep your eyes out. Mus B says, "Yes, G. Hello, Mus. Hope you're good." True. Yeah. Anyone Indian. I think provided the age range is roughly okay, no problem. If it was like Modi or something, I'd be like, bro, he's like, come on, he's like double my age. Shout out to my brother Michael. I know that. Isn't it Mike Oxlong Grimm? Isn't that the full name? No, it's Mike Oxmel's Grimm. That's the one, isn't it? Yeah. There's quite a few. There's quite a few funny ones like that. Funny names. Indeed, just with a foul on Diaz there. Tamagotchi says, "Damn, I like an autograph." Yeah, fair enough. I get that a lot after doing Moon Knight. Before Moon Knight, no one used to ask me for an autograph, but after Moon Knight, it's looking a bit better. Speaking of Moon Knight, so Bozlai's about to take a free kick, and he's probably going to kick it into the moon. Watch, he's going to kick it into the moon. Actually, no, I was wrong. You look, you look a bit like an Indian. Fair enough. All good. Do you like football? Asked Sparkboy. Nah, I hate it. It's literally the worst. It's literally the worst sport going. Um, I detest football. I detest football fans. I detest people who wear football shirts. So yeah, football's just not for me. My dog, real one. My guy, my G, the real one. Oh, Salah. Nah. What the did he indeed? OP Knight. Yes. Salah probably should have done better there. Is a cross by Simikas. No, I mean soccer. Yeah, I meant soccer. Yeah, I hate soccer. I hate soccer. I hate people who watch soccer. I hate people who wear soccer shirts. They just I find them extremely frustrating. Corner. Yeah, I'm just messing with you. I am sometimes I'm taking the mick. I say it with a straight face. People think I'm being serious. It gets me into trouble a lot. Um, Moon Knight is just a masterpiece. Can you leak some scene and some new cast? I'll be honest. I watched like the first 2 episodes and no, I couldn't really get into it. I know I acted in it and all that, but I couldn't really get into it as much. The American football. With that, I in terms of sports, like being genuine. Like obviously, I like watching football. I like watching like UFC, boxing, and like strongman. You know, like World's Strongest Man. I watch that as well. But that's about it, to be honest. Okay, another free kick. Another free kick to Liverpool. Let's see. Let's see if we can do a bit better with this one. McAllister standing over the ball. So Bosley standing over the ball. Connor Bradley not standing over the ball because he's on the floor. Let's see. Let's see what McAllister can do with this. I'm not wearing the McAllister shirt today. I'm wearing the Van Dijk one. Tamagotchi's P says, "I'm a new viewer. I just subscribed today. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Sparkboy says, "If you hate football, soccer, so why is your name Liverpool?" Yeah, I was being sarcastic earlier. I can say nonsense by keeping a straight face. It gets me into trouble. It does get me into trouble. Look, I can say, I don't know. I hate football. I hate Liverpool. I hate people who wear Liverpool shirts. I really hate people who wear white Adidas caps. So I can just I'm quite good at saying things with a straight face, I think. How are you doing today? I'm good, thank you. How are you? Hope you're well. Weather's quite nice. Can't complain. Yeah, I'm just messing with you, Spark Boy. Taib Hussein says, "Hello, mate. Hi, hello, Taib. How are you? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing well." Derwood says, "I'm wearing my Elliot shirt today. Nice. Which one is it? Is it home shirt, away shirt? This one's Van Dijk one, I think. I don't know if you can see. Bro, you're wearing Adidas cap. Yes, Spark Boy. I'm I'm being sarcastic. Yeah. It's Virgil. Yeah, I didn't have a Virgil shirt, so had to kind of get one. Durwood's wearing an Elliot shirt. Um, Curious which one it is. What color is it, Durwood? Red. I'm trying to think what color shirts we've had. Obviously red. We've had like a purple away one. We've had white, orange. There was that orange away one. Yellow. We've had yellow away one. Thumbs up from Taib. Thank you, Taib. Just gone out. Simikas. Diaz is dribbling. Leicester get the ball back. Taib Hussein says, "Do you think Liverpool got lucky this season to win the league?" Not really, to be honest. I think looking at it, I think we have got a similar sort of points this season to what we kind of had last season. I'd say maybe it helps to a certain degree if the other teams are not doing well, but I think that's probably overemphasized a bit too much. I do think that has a slight amount of impact. So like non-Liverpool fans will say, yeah, Liverpool only won because everyone else was rubbish, whereas Liverpool fans will say, yeah, that's nonsense. I think it's more kind of halfway. But I think even if City were doing well, even if Arsenal were doing well, I think we probably would have won it this year. Tamagotchi says, so are they like a movie that you can recommend, those you personally like, so I can watch some good movie that I didn't notice? What kind of genres of movies do you like? I watched a really good movie last night called Opus, but it's like a horror kind of thriller movie. But let me know what genre you like. Maybe I can recommend one. Durwood says, I'm wearing the third kit from a few years ago. White and black, blue and purple lines of color. Oh, nice. So we're both wearing like one of the white kits today. Must be one of those days. But yeah, I do like the white kits. They're pretty nice. Good choice. And Elliot on the back, pretty good. Paul Blart Mall Cop 94. Well, isn't that from a movie from like the 90s? Sounds familiar. People are used to 100-point seasons with City. True. I think that's a very good point. We also have to remember that before City, like 100-point seasons weren't really a thing. We had like Man United would win the league on like 70 odd points back in Sir Alex Ferguson's days. It was only that Klopp-Pep era, I think, which kind of skewed everyone's expectations. So Liverpool got 97 points, Liverpool got 99 points, City got over 100 points. I think that's kind of skewed people's perspective. I think winning the league on 80 odd points is perfectly respectable. Because I think even when Leicester won the league, it was on like a very small points total. So back then, when Leicester won the league, you could say, okay, that's partly influenced by everyone else. But I think if you win the league on like 80 odd points, then you deserve it. Whereas if you get 70 and then everyone else gets 60, then you can say, okay, this standard's really slipped. Gakpo with a header. Saved. Sparkboy says, what's your favorite sport? I don't know. I hate football. I don't like football. So I don't like football. I don't like Liverpool. I don't like any of that stuff. So I'm not really a football soccer fan. Probably like MMA. I like MMA, boxing. Do you know like strongman? Like World's Strongest Man, that sort of thing. I watch that. Quite enjoy watching that. Couldn't get this year's kit because I broke my leg and ankle. Been out of work for months. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, Derwood. I hope your recovery goes well. Um, and to be fair, the kit that you have got is a really nice one. So, yeah. Hope you feel better and hope your recovery goes well. Man United and Spurs completely destroyed this season. Yeah, this season and the last 5 seasons as well. They've been hopeless for. They're two shades of hopeless. Man United and Spurs. Just a throw in by Leicester. Headed out by Van Dijk, and then Leicester lose the ball. Tamagotchi says any kind of movie. Okay, Opus comes to mind because I watched Opus last night. Give that a go. Opus. It's like a horror movie. Like it's not like especially like rude or anything. Horror kind of thriller movie. I enjoyed it. Spark Boy says, "Man, I got AFK, but can you tell me what's your favorite sport?" Okay, I'll stop messaging with you. Obviously, it's football, soccer. Yeah, Kevin. Man United and Spurs completely destroyed this season, and for the last God knows how many seasons. They're absolutely woeful. Leicester's keeper is so much better than Anana, says Darewood. Yeah, he's been looking pretty good. Made a few good saves. Looks pretty agile. Looks pretty mobile. He's looked solid. Hopefully we can get at least a couple past him. I know a lot of us were predicting like 5-0 at the start, but we haven't scored yet. Whereas Gakpo is on the left now. He does his little cut inside thing. Ooh, and another good save by Leicester's keeper. Gakpo cut inside and then went for the top corner. Leicester's keeper made a nice save. Corner to Liverpool. Let's see if we can do anything with this. Crossed in. Kanate. Ooh, Kanate with a header. I swear that header was going for a goal, but Ndidi kind of cleared the header. A bit of a weird kind of save, but fair play to Ndidi. We are second half FC as we often say. So I'm sure we'll get something out of this. Crossed in by Simicas, headed away by FaZe. Goes back to Connor Bradley. Goes to Bosley. So Bosley back to Bradley. Bradley under pressure. Ooh, Bradley beats his man really nicely. Bradley in a ton of space now. Bradley through to Gakpo. Gakpo shoots it right at the keeper. It's good, but it could be better. It's one of those. Where we're like, yeah, we're doing okay, but it'd be nice if we scored a goal. Cleared by Leicester. Headed back by Van Dijk. Ball falls to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai to Connor Bradley. Connor Bradley look good. Ball falls to Kanate. Van Dijk to Gakpo on the left. Ooh, nice pass to Simicas. Do something. Simicas to Salah. Good play. Simicas got on the left, kind of crossed it in to Salah. Salah had a tap in, but it's perhaps an exaggeration to call that a tap in because it was quite high up. Salah kind of stretched for it, but the ball just went over the bar, unfortunately. Tamagotchi says, "Okay, man, thanks. Waiting to be thrilled." And did you know, like that Us horror, it's like one of the imposters killed the original. If you liked Us, then you will really like Opus, the one I'm telling you about. Very similar. Um, and if you like that type of movie, another one is called Blink Twice. I saw that about a month ago. It's another kind of creepy horror where you don't know what's gonna happen, but something's not right. Something's a bit weird. It's another. If you like creepy horror, Opus, Blink Twice. Free kick to Liverpool. Oh my God, Vardy is still playing. Isn't Vardy like retired by now? Fair play to Jamie Vardy though, keeping up that level of fitness. Con Bradley, Canate. Gakpo. Come on, Cody. Canate. Salah. Van Dijk. Again, good play by Bradley. People hate on Bradley, man, but I think it's quality. Durwood says, The Traveller with Val Kilmer, R.I.P. It's like those movies. It's a little gory, but a movie that keeps you on your toes. Yeah, those are the kind of movies that I love. Little gory is fine, but kind of keeps you on your toes, and you don't know what's gonna happen, and it's all a bit unexpected, and something's a bit weird. But yeah, I have not seen The Traveller, but I will check that one out. Tamagotchi says, sorry for the late response. My Wi-Fi is a bit quirky at night, so I will perish now. Keep up the work. Good work, man. Peace. No worries. Good to chat to you. And yeah, definitely check out Opus. Let me know what you think. And The Traveller as well. That Durwood mentioned. I've not seen The Traveller, but I will check that out. I generally do like one movie a week kind of thing, so that could be I'm just gonna make a note of it so don't forget. The Traveller, Val Kilmer movie. Yeah, that'll be my next one. One movie a week. That's how I roll. Good tackle, McAllister. Diaz is on the left. Diaz, poor pass, Diaz. Sorry, poor pass. Poor pass. I always say like pass. And then people tell me off that you should say pass, not pass. What can you do? Gravenberch. Van Dijk. Gakpo. Crossed in by Gakpo. Ooh, unfortunate. That's the first half done. So let me pause the timer so that I don't start it at like 65 minutes again. like I did earlier. I can find the damn thing. I'm in the wrong place. So I'm gonna set the timer back to 45. I've done 45. I've done 45 seconds. No worries. Take care. It's just good movie suggestions. I think The Traveler was it vaguely kind of rings a bell, but yeah, I'm gonna properly check it out. Oh, you can do so. I can do some research on it now. Now that we're at half time, Val Kilmer. 2010 American Canadian, yeah, horror film. Kilmer plays a stranger who walks into a small town's police station, confesses to the murder, and is interrogated by a detective. Hmm. Is the twist again? I don't want to read any more because I don't want to read the twist. But is the twist that he didn't actually do the murder? Actually, don't tell me. I'll watch it. I'll watch it. I'll watch it, and I'll watch it and replace and report back. It's from 2010. That's okay. That's okay. I like old movies. I like old music. Old stuff's good. Most of the music I listen to is old anyway. Warmonger Fenrir says, poor club carried by the ref. Yeah. We need to, I think we're poor from paying the ref so much. You know what I mean? Like we did have money, but then we paid the refs to win the league. So now we're poor, unfortunately. But yeah, money well spent, to be fair. Maybe we can get some maybe we can buy some Champions League refs as well. Then we can then we can win that as well. Durwood says, I had to delete what I was typing because I was answering. That's okay. That's all right. And you can also see in my attempt to reset the timer, I've done 45 seconds, not 45 minutes. Oh, good. 45 minutes. There we go. I'm just going to get my water. Just give me 1 second. Defts is saying it's been Slot's fault. Need to play some bench players. Freshen this up. Yeah, he does seem kind of quite insistent on repeatedly kind of playing the same 11, pretty much. Like he doesn't really make use of Elliott. He doesn't really make use of Chiesa. These are quality players who can kind of make a difference. I don't know what the reason is. I don't know if it's a case of he knows what players he likes and he doesn't like the others, so he doesn't play them. Let's see what happens next season. Because I think in the summer he'll buy his kind of own players, and so hopefully once he buys his own players, we'll start seeing kind of more variation, kind of in how he plays. Name says, I just ripped out a huge you know what. That's good to know. The next time it happens, can you tell us again, just so that we're kind of kept updated, because we don't want to miss any of them, because it's very important, and in some ways it's more important than this game. So we just need to be told every single time it happens. Yeah. Durwood says we could be 6-0 up if they could finish. Yeah, finishing's not been great today. Salah's had a few chances, Diaz had a few chances, Gakpo's had a few chances. The positive is that they are gonna look to kind of address the striker situation in the summer. So hopefully once this is addressed in the summer, things should hopefully look a bit better. Fingers crossed. I like Diaz, but he's not a natural striker. So if we get an Isak, if we get a Cunha, if we get, even if it's like an unknown player that kind of nobody knows about, if we get somebody in that the manager wants, then hopefully things should look a bit more positive there. Deft also says gutted for Elliot. Elliot will leave. Diaz been our best player. Yeah, we were talking about Elliot a bit earlier. It's a bit unfortunate because like he comes across as a good person. He comes across as somebody who likes the club. He was a fan of the club, and when he comes on, he looks quite effective. Very good passing. He's always kind of forward thinking. Elliot is. He can unlock a defense. Was it the Newcastle game where Elliot came on and he played a through ball to Chiesa and Chiesa scored? I mean, that shows you the quality of Chiesa and it also shows the quality of Elliot. Name says Liverpool FC sucks, Chelsea FC forever. You know what? I'm convinced. I wasn't too sure about that 2 minutes ago, but you've convinced me. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm probably going to burn this Liverpool shirt and then maybe buy a Chelsea shirt, but I don't know which Chelsea legend to get on the back. I might get Mudryk. He's pretty amazing Chelsea player. Possibly Sancho. He's another good one. Yeah, let me know who I should get. You've convinced me to change teams. Good point by Durwood. I think once the title is given, he will play the bench players. Yeah, in some ways it will kind of be the last opportunity, I think, because like if the title's won, this will be the last opportunity to play those. It'll be the last opportunity to play. Oh, sorry, it'll be the last opportunity for Slot to see the players he's about to sell. You know what I mean? So hopefully we should see a bit of Chiesa, a bit of Elliot, and so forth. And even if he doesn't want to keep them, I think playing them once the title is won, at the very least, will get their value up because it will get them seen again. It will get them on the pitch again. So it should, at the very least, benefit the club from a financial perspective. Defts also says, for some reason, Defts, the TikTok comments are not coming up on the screen, so I'm looking at my phone. I'll try and fix it for next time for you. I would love Delap. I get the feeling he's going to be the next Kane. A few people have said that, you know. So this is Liam Delap plays for Ipswich. It's the way he plays and the way he controls the ball. He has been compared to Harry Kane. I'd be quite happy with Delap. Another benefit is he's English, so he counts towards the quota. Another benefit is apparently he's got a release clause of around 30 million, so not too expensive. I think if you can get Delap in, Delap doesn't necessarily have to be a starter, but if you can get him in around the squad, 30 million, let's do it. Durwood says, you sounded like you cringe when you said you buy a Chelsea shirt. Yeah. Obviously, I didn't keep enough of a straight face. I'm normally quite good at doing it, but yeah, not a. If it's any consolation, I prefer the Chelsea blue over the Man City blue. I prefer a darker blue, but yeah. Lampard, was he number 8 for Chelsea, or Drogba? Drogba was number 15 and then became number 11, was he? If I recall that correctly. Yeah, Lampard or Drogba. I mean, if I had to get one of those, I'd probably get Drogba. Yeah, Drogba was scary. There's not really like many players that we come up against and I think, okay, I'm a bit scared of him, but Drogba was always one of those where he just always score. Yeah, Drogba's one of the players I'm glad isn't playing anymore, because you know how sometimes you're just kind of scared of players. Yeah, Drogba was one of those. Deft says, how about Torres? Yeah, I've actually got a Torres shirt. I don't know if that's a bit blasphemous, but yeah, Torres. I've got a Liverpool shirt. I wouldn't get a Chelsea shirt, even though name has almost converted me to being a Chelsea fan. I wouldn't go that far. City's kits have been horrendous. They've been horrible. They've been horrible the past few years. I don't know what it is. Like, how can you just mess up a simple blue shirt? They've got some weird manufacturer, haven't they? Is it who makes City shirt? Man City shirt maker. Puma. Puma not too bad, but yeah, they haven't really had any good shirts. My favorite shirts are probably the Adidas ones because of the stripes and that sort of thing. But yeah, City's shirts haven't been too great the past few years. It's let's say that. I think I might have fixed the. No, I thought I fixed the TikTok comments. I haven't. I don't know why it's not working. Deft says, "We must win today. Think Spurs game is an easier game." Yeah, Spurs game I think is Spurs games I think is a super easy game kind of because of how they play. Because you know, Ange mate, stick 10 players up the pitch, mate. Get up the pitch, mate. He's only kind of got one way of playing, and it plays into our hands, I think. So I think stylistically, we are a really bad match for Spurs. So I think, and that's even when back when they were in good form. They're not in particularly good form at the moment. But yeah, I think even oh, they're working now. There you go, Defts. I think I fixed it. I managed to get your comment up. TikTok's always a bit weird, but I think I fixed it. Yeah, we must win today. Spurs. Yeah, as I was saying, I think stylistically, kind of Spurs play into our hands. So yeah, it should be an easy 3 points, and I think it is at home as well. So that's positive. Name says, I'm a huge Chelsea fan and I hate Liverpool FC and Arsenal. So do you hate Liverpool more than Spurs? And I think Chelsea, would Fulham be Chelsea's neighbours? I think Fulham and Chelsea are next to each other. So do you hate Liverpool more than Fulham? That would be interesting. Interesting to know. Durwood says it would be great to win the title against Spurs. It would be. It would be nice, especially how Ange seems to be kind of creating animosity and kind of beef with Liverpool. It would be nice to kind of win it against Spurs, which would therefore mean, I believe, that then Arsenal have to then give us a guard of honor, which would be fantastic. DMX Doll says hi. Hello, DMX Doll. Hope you are doing good on this day. Hope you are well. I'm still angry last season with Spurs. Oh god, is that the one where they sent off Curtis Jones and we had 9 players, and then additionally Diaz scored and they did not draw the lines on the thing. That was frustrating. I've never been that angry. I've never, and to be honest, I turned that game off before it finished. I've never quite been that angry. Second half's just starting. Let me just see if I can start this timer for you. I'm just trying to align up the timer perfectly. Should be good. Yes. Well, I thought the TikTok comments were working, and now they're not coming up anymore. I can see on my phone depths. I will get back to you. I'm just trying to get them on the screen so everyone can see what you're saying. Something Yeah, sometimes they come up, sometimes they don't. I'll have to look into that. DMX Doll says, "Bro, we're definitely winning the Premier League this year. I'm a Liverpool fan." Yeah, yeah. I'm happy to say, definitely now. I think we're just too far ahead. We're just kind of too far ahead of Arsenal. If it was like 6 points, like a 6 point gap, then you can always be a bit concerned. But I think the gap is just a bit too big now. Long. That's a good username. I'm I'm not a Liverpool fan, but I think this season they're very strong at Premier League, and I think they have 95% chance of winning the Premier League. Yeah, we did kind of very very well this season, kind of exceeded everyone's expectations. So yeah, pretty happy there. Defts says thoughts on Gakpo. I like Gakpo. I like Gakpo on the left, should I say? I I really like Gakpo on the left. Not it was unfortunate when he joined because kind of Klopp played him as a central striker and then played him as a midfielder and didn't really ever play him in his natural position. So I like Gakpo on the left. He's also very tall. He's 6'4". He's the same height as Van Dijk. I don't think just a cross came in, nothing happened. I don't think people always notice that. But yeah, I'm happy with Gakpo. I'd give him maybe like a solid 8. 7.5 to 8 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10, and once he starts getting form, 8 out of 10. Just because I like Gakpo, it doesn't mean we can't improve, but like I like him. But yeah, and even then, I don't think left wing's a priority position for the summer. So yeah, pretty happy with Gakpo. Name who hates Liverpool and loves Chelsea said, "Yes, every time I hear 'You Never Walk Alone' on the radio, I turn the radio off." They played "Never Walk Alone" on the radio. I've never heard it on the radio. Is that a particular radio station that plays that? Is it the Jerry and the Pacemakers version, or is it another version? Let me know that radio station, and I will tune in. Durwood says, "Absolutely, that was the game." Yeah, I very rarely get like angry at football games, but I was so angry that day. It wasn't shot by Sabazlai, and the ball rolled out for a rebound, but nothing happened. Yeah, I very rarely get angry, Durwood, about a game, but it's the fact that we had the 2 sendings off, and then Diaz scored the goal, and they didn't even bother to draw the lines. That's probably one of the few times I've been angry. I've been angry about a game. DMX Doll says, "Bro, are you sad about Trent leaving?" Sad wouldn't be the correct emotion. Just corner to Liverpool, cleared. Sad wouldn't be the correct emotion. A bit angry, disappointed. I'd say disappointed. Like if he wants to leave, then he can leave. But I would have liked to have seen the club get some sort of fee for him. I think it's unfortunate, but more kind of disappointed. Aiden Costello's back. Aiden, from the other day. Hi, Aiden. Hope you're doing good. And he says, "Come on, Liverpool." Yeah, we need all the support we can get. Currently still 0-0. Long. Still my favourite username, to be fair. If Arnold leaving Liverpool next season, who you think can replace him? I'd be happy for Connor Bradley to be the starter. My only kind of concerns with Connor Bradley are his fitness record, but I think his ability is very good. And yeah, I think let's get somebody who can compete with Bradley. Possibly like a Frimpong. I don't know if like Frimpong's too attacking. What I'd like them to do is unearth some sort of like South American player that no one's ever heard of, and then he comes in as the competition. Show T says, get some sleep, bro. Yeah, I've not been sleeping too well at the moment. Currently. But it's only like 5:30 where we are. I'm hoping I've got the day off. Got the day off tomorrow, so hoping to sleep get some good sleep. In my country where they're playing music from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, nice. So do you like that kind of music? I like Fleetwood Mac. Fleetwood Mac, I like 70s, 80s. I like classical music. So yeah, you listen to the right stuff. I prefer older stuff as well. 60s, 70s, 80s. Mamas and Papas, were they like 60s? ABBA, 70s. Tons of good 80s songs, Hall and Oates and all that. DMX Doll says, okay, bro, I'm gonna go. No worries. Take care. Hope you have a nice day. Hope you have a good weekend. Liverpool seems to let a lot of players go for free, says Derwood. Yeah, it seems to be our thing whereby we don't seem to kind of sell players. We just wait for their contract to expire and then they go. I'm hoping that's more of a remnant of the old ownership, if you know what I mean. And when the new ownership comes in, the new ownership is in now, but when the new ownership does stuff their way, hopefully we see players being sold rather than waiting for contracts to kind of run down. Because I know we've got Michael Edwards back now, who's the CEO. We've got Richard Hughes, who's the sporting director. We've got Julian Ward, who's the technical director. Hopefully they're slightly more cutthroat. I don't want them to be too cutthroat, because then I think that would ruin the atmosphere and the team ethic at the club. But if they could slightly up it a bit to kind of sell players when we can get money for them, then yeah, I'd be happy with that. Aidan says Salah was so close, so much in the first half. Yeah, there was that opportunity. I think it was after 2 minutes 50 seconds, where Salah hit the right post and then the ball rolled and hit the left post. So Salah's had some good opportunities. DMX Doll says, hope everyone here has a great day. Yeah, Gakpo, saved. Yeah, hope you have a good day as well. Deaths now, so good thing is your comments are coming up now. So just all too slow. Yeah, too slow, a bit lethargic, a bit low on energy. But again, that's why we have subs, but he doesn't seem to ever use them. Hopefully we see Elliot. I was gonna say, hopefully we see Chiesa, but the guy's not even on the bench. So what's going on there? But yeah, hopefully subs can make a difference, and hopefully a tactical change. Maybe we can take Gravenberch off, and again, hear me out, but I don't think we need to quite be so defensive against Wolves. Not Wolves, sorry, against Leicester. Maybe that's his thing. Name says, my mom turns the radio station on. Well, your mom's got good taste in music. 60s music is good. 70s music is good. 80s music is good. Yeah, we probably listen to kind of similar sort of stuff there. Long says, do you think Liverpool lost to PSG because they were overconfident, or was Donnarumma just too good? Either way, Liverpool have been dominant in this Champions League this season, definitely title contenders. I think it was perhaps arrogance to a certain degree, that we did very well. We did very well in the group stages, topping the group stages, and then we were playing. The impression I got a bit in the game is we were playing a bit arrogant, like, yeah, we'll beat these guys. We'll be fine. So perhaps it's a mentality thing. Donnarumma was good, but I'd rather kind of blame it on us. Crossed by Conor Bradley, just hit over by Diaz. I think we were a bit arrogant. So hopefully we can improve from a mental perspective next season. Name says, I'm more into Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, Cannibal Corpse, Amon Amarth. So kind of more the kind of old school kind of rock stuff. Guns N' Roses pretty good. I like Welcome to the Jungle, Sweet Child of Mine. Iron Maiden, Fear of the Dark. I like that one. That's pretty good. So yeah, some good. Judas Priest had really good song as well. The one that was in GTA Vice City. But yeah, good choices, man. Like what you like. Missing way too many chances. Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. Getting into good positions, getting into creative positions, but then hit it over or hit it wide, or hit it into the defender. It's like, come on, guys, pick it up a bit. Yeah, I mean, hopefully we see some sort of kind of tactical change from a formation perspective. I don't think we need to be quite so defensive because Leicester have every player behind the ball. So hopefully we can perhaps take Gravenberch off. Again, I love Gravenberch, but hopefully we can take Gravenberch off and put like an Elia on just to make us a bit more attacking, and then maybe McAllister can sit back. Salah's cutting inside. Gravenberch. Van Dijk. Gravenberch. Diaz. Falls over. Falls to Tsimikas, but saved by the keeper. Saved by the keeper. We got lucky there. Diaz kind of fell over, and then the ball bounced off his head and went straight to Tsimikas. So I'm probably a bit behind some of you guys, but that was quite funny. Corner now. Oh God, Leicester countering, but I don't think they'll achieve much from it. Deft says 17 shots, 0 goals. It's not good reading. Yeah, with that kind of type of pressure, I'd expect at least 1, maybe 2 goals with that. Sometimes we have these games, and I think it's kind of symptomatic of this season where we dominate. Take a shot, have another shot, and then nothing just goes in. Typically, when that happens, we're quite often able to kind of get a goal in last minute. So hopefully we get one at the end. But yeah, they're just showing it on my screen now. 17 shots, 7 on target, 30 chances in the opposition box, but no goals. On the one hand, it's a positive that we're creating the opportunities. On the other hand, it's disappointing that we're not putting them away. But we are kind of known to be in the striker market in the summer. So hopefully, if we get an Isaac or a Cunha or whoever, they can put these chances away for us. DMX Doll says, yo, I'm back. Yo, DMX Doll. Hope you're doing good. Hope you are well. Gakpo. Deft says Bradley shot. My God, man. I think I'm probably gonna see that now. The words "my God, man" are making me think it was a terrible shot, but it could be a good shot. It could be an amazing goal, or it could be the worst shot I've ever seen. Yeah, I'm on like 58 mins. Yeah, the thing is, I'm getting it on my phone as well, and my phone's on like 60. Let me just sort that out. I need to uninstall the like Scores app. You know the Scores apps that just give you updates. Oh, okay, that's what you were on about. Bradley, just now on my screen, he got into a good position. And passed it sideways instead of smacking it at the goal. Unfortunate. Dest says that Jota's on. Okay, maybe we might as well try it, right? I'll be interested to see who he's coming on for. I think I'm maybe like 2 minutes behind. Maybe for Diaz or maybe for Gakpo, possibly one of those two. It's probably the right decision. DMX Doll says, bro, what's your opinion on Salah leaving? Well, he's staying now, so I think we're good. I think yeah, he's staying now. He signed a new contract last Friday, so we're good now. That problem's resolved. That problem's gone into the wind. Jota on, Gakpo on. Thank you for confirming, Derwood. Probably the right decision. So we presume Diaz will go out to the left, and Jota will play centrally. And I can see that on my screen now. So Jota's central, Diaz on the left. Gakpo, yeah. Gakpo off, Jota on. Deft says, would you unleash Trent? We might have to in 10 minutes. We might have to. It's not at Anfield. This is at Leicester Stadium. So, like, even if he gets booed, like, he ain't going to hear it. So, I probably would unleash Trent. 20 minutes to go kind of thing. Because the only concern with Trent is if we play him at Anfield, like, probably going to get booed. But here, is it south? Yeah, down south in Leicester, we might as well play him. DMX Doll says, oh, for real? I didn't even know he was staying. Yeah, the news came out like last Friday in the morning at like 8 o'clock in the morning. I had the day off work, so I woke up at like 9 and then looked at my phone and I was like, Salah's staying. It's like, wow, why are they announcing this at 8 o'clock in the morning? 8 o'clock in the morning UK time. But yeah, so Salah's staying, that came out last Friday, and Van Dijk's not last Friday, sorry, the Friday before. So Friday the 11th. And then Van Dijk came out just a few days ago, Thursday 17. Durwood says Vardy out, can't handle anymore. Yeah, it's probably in some ways I'm impressed that he's managed to last this long. How old is Jamie Vardy? I'm younger than Jamie Vardy. I couldn't run that long. Yeah, 38. Yeah, I'm younger than him, and I know the white hair doesn't make it look like that, but yeah, fair enough. Pixel's in the chat. Hey Pixel, hope you're doing well. I don't know how much you've seen of this game, but it hasn't been pretty. We've created a lot of opportunities, just haven't really put any away. Yeah, hopefully we pick this up. Deft says we're not winning this game. It's so poor out there. Yeah, we need something a bit different. We need like an earlier. And I think you asked earlier, would you unleash Trent at this point? I'd give it like 5 more minutes and then see what happens. So Bosley there with a cross to Jota, but yeah, nothing much happened. Good to have Diaz back on the wing now, at least. I hate when Slot plays him as the 9. Yeah, much better on the wing, I think. He's got a bit more space on the left wing. He can kind of beat his man. He can use his trickery. He can use his skills, and then he can kind of get a low cross in. I think the issue we perhaps have is that nobody is really kind of suited to that centre forward position. So we're kind of forced to just try and squeeze Diaz in there, try and squeeze Jota in there. Hopefully it's rectified in the summer. We get a proper striker, and then we can play people in their natural positions. But yeah, much prefer Diaz on the left. He's had quite a few kind of man of the match performances recently, and they've all been on that left hand side. Yeah, definitely kind of needs that space to cut in. Also being on the left, he's kind of more just up against one player typically, whereas centrally can be up against 3, can be a bit harder. But yeah, his game is much more suited to being on the left hand side. Pitch side with the port is saying Salah is staying. Yep. So just for DMX Doll's benefit there, signed a contract. Not this Thursday gone, but not this Friday gone. The Friday before that, I think Friday the 11th. I think 2-year deal, about 400 grand a week, which is nice, good for him. I've heard some rumors that there's an option for a third, which I don't mind because I think Salah's next move is inevitably probably going to be Saudi. So if we do have the option for an extra year, let's activate that and let's sell him to Saudi. Again, if he drops off by like a lot. But yeah, I'm happy we've tied him down. I am. There would have been, I don't want to say riots, there would have been significant anger and disappointment. Look at how mature I am with my wording. There would have been significant anger and disappointment if they had not tied him down. Need a genie in a bottle. This is garbage. Yeah, and it's not a genie Wijnaldum by the way. It's a different type of genie. Maybe the genie from Aladdin. I don't think even the genie from Aladdin could do anything about this dross. Crossing by Leicester. Nothing happens. Durwood says Bradley yellow. Trent should be on soon. Okay. I think that's yeah. I think that's good. Good logic in the sense that we need to bring on Trent anyway. Let's perhaps give Bradley a couple more minutes and then bring on Trent. We need his creativity. This isn't really a team that's going to attack us much. So let's get Trent on the pitch for the. It had to be Connor Cody, didn't it? Had to be Connor Cody. Fucking oh god, I hate Connor Cody because he used to play for us and then he went to Everton. But it looks like they scored. It looks like it wasn't given. It looks like it was disallowed. Oh my God, Durwood, was that for the disallowed goal? Because please don't tell me there's been one that has been allowed. Conor Bradley down the right. Oh, it beats his man. Come on, Conor. And then crosses it to nobody. Goes to Simicast and F-all happens. Edits and Fun says Ronaldo is the best. I was going to ask Edits and Fun, is that R9 or CR7? But I think judging by your picture, it's probably CR7. Deft says, stop crossing the ball. My God, yeah. We get into like amazing positions and like we're in the box. Just smack it at the keeper. Take a shot. And if you don't score, like it will rebound, right? And then Szoboszlai will kick it in, or Salah will kick it in, or Diaz will kick it in. Just take a shot. Like I'd understand the crossing if we were very far out wide, but we're getting into the box in scoring positions, and we're still kind of crossing. Edits and Fun says, what do you think of the United Leon game? We did a watch along of that on Thursday. I'll be honest, it was good fun. I'm disappointed that United won, but it was a roller coaster of emotions in terms of kind of it was 2-2 to begin with, and then I think Leon might have scored, I can't remember, but then it was 2-2 on the night. And then United went ahead, and then the number 8 got sent off, and then Leon went ahead, and then you stuck Harry Maguire up front with his gigantic head, and Harry Maguire and his gigantic head scored at the very end. So whilst it was a bit disappointing to watch you win, on the other hand, it was fun to watch. It wasn't a boring game. This has been a boring game, but it was a roller coaster of emotions. And I wasn't sure about doing a watch along for that, but I'm glad I did. Because if I didn't do a watch along, I would have been playing games on that PC instead. But I was glad I watched it. It was good fun. Yes, the disallowed gun. Okay, that's a relief. Because Durwood was here as well for the Man United watch along, and I think you were typing, I can't believe it. And because your stream's ahead, I'm thinking, what can't you believe? What's happening? But yeah, the disallowed Elliott goal. Trent and Elliott coming on. Okay, creativity. Exactly what we need. Elliott, Durwood is supporting today with the shirt, and Trent are about to come on. Yeah, exactly what we need here. Exactly what we need. So I'm just on 69-40. Referees getting a card out. I think that's Ndidi being booked there. We were linked with Ndidi back in the day when we had Henderson. I remember we were linked with him, but I think he might have been a bit out of our price range. Yeah, so Bradley's just going off now. Trent's coming on. Trent with a fresh haircut. Elliot without any sort of haircut. Okay, so Sabazlai's off and Bradley's off. Fair enough. Come on, man. We can't make fun of Man United for losing to Wolves and then not getting 3 points here. Crossed in by Simicas. Rubbish. Again, we're playing with that arrogance again. It was somebody earlier who said, why do you think we lost to PSG? And I said, again, just my opinion, doesn't mean I'm right. But I just said, I just feel like we were playing with a bit of arrogance. Like, of course we're going to win. And that's kind of what we're playing like here as well. But Trent's on now. So let's see what we can do here. Yeah, Leicester just playing it around. Demon XR says, "Where are you from?" I'm from the UK. I'm from England. How about you? Where are you from? Do you know Bangladesh? I do know Bangladesh. Lots of people I went to school with were from Bangladesh. Yeah, where I live, there's quite a big Bangladeshi kind of community. Quite a few like Bangladeshi shops, a few like Bangladeshi restaurants. Yeah, I used to know some like Bengali, but only the bad words. I don't remember them anymore. Trent. Elliot though. Elliot outside the box. Elliot with a right footed shot. Okay, nothing happened, but at least why was a corner not given? Elliot's shot there, and again, appreciate I'm slightly behind, but Elliot took a right footed shot. I think it came off Thomas. Obvious corner, but not given. Yes, yeah. Indeed. Slot's not looking happy. The bald head is looking particularly rosy today. It's filled with blood from the anger at this performance. You can tell how angry Slot is based on like how red his bald head is. That's kind of what I've come to learn. Demon XR says, "I'm a Real Madrid supporter." Nice. Did you watch the Arsenal game a few days ago? We did a watch along of that. It was pretty fun. When Vinicius scored, I thought, okay, you might be getting back into this. So it was Saliba, wasn't it? Saliba was taking too long on the ball. Vinicius kind of pressed him and then scored. So when that happened, I thought you might get back into it. But unfortunately, didn't quite happen. Harry's gaming tutorials with, is that Darth Vader? Darth Vader with the blue lightsaber. It's very small on my screen. Oh, for God's sake. When this webcam, right, it says, oh, we got AI features. So if I stick my hand up, it zooms in on it. But I'm good, mate. How are you? Hope you're doing well. What kind of gaming tutorials do you do? Is it like a specific genre, like RPGs or FPS or strategy, or is it all types of games? Deft says, Trent goal. Ooh, things might be looking good for me. I can see a corner. I can see a corner happening. So it must not be from this. It must not be from this because I doubt he'd score from the corner. Simicast with the corner. Salah. What a mess. What's going on in the world? Okay, so Trent's going to smack it, right? Nice. Nice goal. Nice goal. Nice goal. I can increment the score, finally. And Trent takes his shirt off. Good Lord, has Trent been in the gym every single day? Like he wasn't that ripped beforehand. I guess he has been in the gym every single day if he's been recovering from an injury. Come on, Trent, kiss the badge or something. Say you're gonna stay, you know. Yeah, Trent was not that ripped. I'm sorry, was not that ripped beforehand. No, and oh, okay, fair enough. Darth Vader playing the Imperial March on the electric guitar. Scott says, hello, Arsenal. Hello, Scott. Hope you are doing good. We're going to win the Champions League. I won't lie. Before Real Madrid, I was like, nah. But now I'm slightly concerned. Like slightly. Not slightly, but slightly. Ever so slightly concerned you might do something. You got a good team, man. You got a good team. Especially with Saka back. Saka, I think, is underrated. He's very, very good player. Very good player. And I think like Saka just completely just kind of transforms your team. Harry says, I'm all right, thanks. No, any game on YouTube? Okay, nice. What particular game are you playing at the moment? I'm playing Resident Evil Village. I tried like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I just didn't like it. So now I'm playing Resident Evil Village. Dev says, let's go. Yeah. It's kind of exactly what we were saying, isn't it, earlier, Devs? And I think it was you that said it. You said, players keep crossing it. Why do they keep crossing it? And then we were saying, look, if they're in the box, just smack it. And what happens? Trent gets in the box and smacks it. And we score. So I think you and I should be manager and co-manager. I'm happy to be co-manager. You can be manager. That's fine by me. Deal with it. I didn't want to say anything. That's okay. That's all right. All good. Hi, Demon. Hi, Snus. Yeah, I might. Was it when I was going on about Trent? Trent was not that ripped. Trent was not that ripped beforehand. Like, he's been like bench pressing and deadlifting. 15-0. We're gonna win the league. Looks like it. I mean, it's not another 3 points. We just got a. I was about to say we've just got a bat at Spurs, but I think that's an inevitable. Spurs is the most obvious 3 points, I think. Demon XR says, I speak little English. To be fair, you speak very well. Jota heads it over. You speak really well. Doing good. GTA and COD. Love Resident Evil Village. Completed it. I'm playing Resident Evil 0 now, but not recording it. Fair enough. Yeah, I've... is it like GTA 5 or maybe some of the older ones like GTA 4? Call of Duty, obviously. Pretty famous. Love Resident Evil Village. I couldn't really get into it initially. But once I changed it to the third person view, I seem to prefer that. Like I loved Resident Evil 2 remake. Amazing. I love the whole police station setting with the organ playing. Absolutely amazing. Even 3 remake, I liked. 4 remake, I liked. But I think by the time it got to Resident Evil 4, it felt a bit less creepy, and I love the creepy vibe. But yeah, 2 is my favorite. Village is pretty good so far. Dev said, no, you take the manager. Okay, fair enough. We'll form our own team anyway. Arsenal 0, Real Madrid 15. We're the king of Champions League. Have you got 15 Champions Leagues? Is it that many? I think it is, That's wild. Very wild. 15 Champions Leagues. GTA 5 online and story mode. I never played the online of GTA. I just one of those things that I never really got around to. Is it good? I presume it is good. After I finish Salah's through here, nothing happened. After I finish Resident Evil Village, I might try Silent Hill 2 or something. But yeah, there's a lot to get to. Killing Floor 3 is out soon. I need to get that. Yeah, there's a lot. I built that gaming PC. I built that around Christmas time. But yeah, it's good fun. It's good fun. Fish. His name is Fish, and there's a picture of a fish. It says, "Hello, sir. I am a United fan." Is that Man United or Newcastle United? Could be Newcastle. You look like Rico Ferdinand. Is that the Spanish Rio Ferdinand? Like Rico Ferdinand? Or do you mean Rio Ferdinand? If there is a Rico Ferdinand, then I need to look this guy up because he sounds pretty cool. Yeah. GTA 6 Online is going to be a movie. Yeah. Ooh, I thought Jota was through. Yeah, it's got more heists and just good. I might need to give it a try because they even they did like a next gen update, didn't they, on like Steam? And I've seen it now. There's like 2 entries for GTA 5. I might download the next gen update, give it a try. Fish says joke, but that's okay. It's made me laugh. Rico Ferdinand from Barcelona. Silent Hill 2 is all right. Ooh, not good then. You say all right. Okay. I'll probably still try it because when you mentally make a note to try a game kind of thing. Just seen some clips of my mate playing it. Okay, yeah, I will definitely give it a try. The thing is though, like I'm just gonna finish like what's its name? What's the game I'm playing? Resident Evil Village now. So I might need to try something else before that so that I don't do Resident Evil Village, which is survival horror, and then Silent Hill 2, which is survival horror. Maybe I'll try an FPS or something. The Civilization 7, that's out as well. I don't know if that's a bit nerdy, but I like those games as well. Yeah, all pretty good stuff. They should have scored. Is that their number 10 there? The ball just going wide. Yeah, Ruud van Nistelrooy with his head in his hands. Demon XR says we sign Alexander Arnold. It looks like that. Not just sign. You're getting him for free. Which we are quite upset about. Well, in my opinion, yeah. To be fair, like I think, McAllister's down. I'm not too pleased about that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna after Resident Evil Village probably try another FPS and then try Silent Hill 2. Depths now says you be on Spurs game. 100%. I definitely do all the Liverpool games. Sometimes others as well. So last week we did the 2 Champions Leagues. So we did the Arsenal game, we did the Villa game, we did the Europa League. But yeah, Liverpool I like definitely do those. The others are like sometimes if people want to see it. Sack Salt. Bring back Steve. Is this like a famous person? Sack Salt. I've been told I look like everyone today. Sack Salt is just like a bag of salt. I don't know. Sack Sola. I've been told I look like an Indian actor, like Oscar Isaac. Yeah, who is Sack Salt? Is he another famous person? Let me know. You'll never walk alone, but you fish, you will never swim alone. Because you cannot walk because you are underwater. So you will never swim alone. Deft says, following you, so love your content better than the other Res channels. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you being here as well. It's very, very kind of you. Thank you. And we are going to become manager and co-manager, so we need to sort that out in case a slot gets fired. I want to see my uncle. Is your uncle also a fish? Is your uncle like a shark or like a piranha? What type of fish? Because it looks like you're a goldfish. Sack on a slut. Why would we do that? We want to give Honest Lot a new contract. That's something which I've heard like people haven't really talked too much about. When Slot signed, he signed with a 3-year contract. So now there's only 2 years left. So I really want to see in the summer Slot being tied down to a longer deal. So not what Fish says over here, but longer deal, perhaps an extension. We need to keep him for longer. Pixel says fish are friends, not food. So Fish here will be happy to see that Pixel has no intention of eating him. And yeah, everyone can get along because nobody here is food. I was gonna say apart from, and then I couldn't. Apart from Sabazlai because he looks a bit tasty. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Once I've said apart from, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta think of something. Dawood says, oh, Vardy looks so sad. He knows they are going back down. Yeah, not nice, is it? Poor guy. Did well with his kind of 60 odd minutes. But yeah, it's not nice to go down. And from his perspective, like if he was to come back up, he'd be 41 at that stage. Would he still be playing? It'd be amazing if he was, but perhaps that's what he's upset about. Fish says, I want Xavi. Are you a Real Madrid fan, Fish? Fish, who is our friend. You want Xavi for Real Madrid, is that? Instead of Klopp. My real name is Ben Mee. Well, that's quite a famous name that you have there, Ben Mee. Are you the real Ben Mee? That's the question. Pixel says, does Trent taking off the Liverpool shirt mean that he's gone? It was interesting, wasn't it? Like he didn't. I was expecting him to like kiss the badge or touch the badge, and then taking the shirt off gives him plausible deniability to a certain degree. So is he gonna take his shirt off every time he scores? Yeah, I was also trying to read into that, but I don't know what I didn't really form a conclusion from it. I don't know what the conclusion is. Crossed in, punched away. Trent with another shot. The player's gone down dead, so nothing really happened. Fish says yes. So Fish is a Real Madrid fan who wants Xabi Alonso. Are you not concerned though that with Xabi Alonso he would change your formation? Because I think Xabi plays 3 at the back, whereas Real Madrid play like a 2 at the back kind of thing. So is that not a concern, or are you happy to look past that? Durwood says, I thought the same thing. Okay, interesting. I mean, perhaps I need to kind of rewatch it then. Like I was just keeping an eye out to see whether he'd kind of kiss the badge or touch the badge or do anything like that. But both Pixel and Durwood have said they thought the same thing, that Trent taking his shirt off means that he's leaving. I'm gonna need to rewatch it, because when multiple people come to the same conclusion, then it's like, you might be onto something here. Ball goes to Van Dijk. McAllister. Kanate. JS Footy says Fish. Yes, Fish has been the theme of the day. It seems. Fish are friends, not food. Connor Cody. Diaz. Good defending by Diaz. Like Pixel said earlier, much better on the wing. He's got a bit more kind of space there. Fish says, I'm in school now. You're in school? It's Sunday. Is it like a Sunday school thing? I should probably keep quiet then. I don't want to distract you. Pixel posting, I think, types of fish. I need to zoom in. Yeah. Durwood says 7 minutes. Endo should be on soon. Yes, it's Endo time. Whenever Endo comes on, that's the game locked off. So we should start bringing on Endo as soon as we score. Oh, we scored in the second minute. Time to bring on Endo on the third minute. You'll never walk alone, says Fish, and you will never swim alone. Actually, it depends on the body of water that you're in, Fish. If you're in like a bowl, you might be swimming alone. If you're in the sea or an ocean, you might be all right. You might make friends with like the crabs or the I don't know, other types of fish, sharks maybe. So yeah, if we can get you in an ocean, you will never swim alone. Yeah, 6 minutes left. If we win this, it feels like a bit of a dirty 3 points. If I'm honest, it's like, yeah, we won, but did we really deserve it? I mean, I guess you can say we deserved it from the kind of pressure perspective, but it is what it is. We did create a lot of chances. Demon XR says, "What time is it? Is it here? 6:19. So 20 past 6 in the evening. So many chances hit the pole. Yeah, that's a fair point. Actually, even after the first 2 minutes, Salah had that shot, hit the right post, horizontally went, and you thought, okay, it's gonna horizontally go over the line, and then just horizontally hit the left post, and then went out. So, yeah, we have been putting the pressure on. Fish says, "I'm pranking you, lol. It's me. Sack Arne Slot. Now bring Ten Hag." Yeah. So we can upgrade from one bold Dutch manager to the other, it seems, if we were to follow Fish's logic. Leicester free kick, nothing happened. Durwood says, "I don't understand why Leicester is always a hard game for Liverpool. They should be way more up. They should, especially the quantity of chances created. And not just the quantity, also the quality of some of those chances. It's disappointing that we haven't done more. And I think you were saying earlier, Durwood, that finishing has not been great today. And then kind of everyone was agreeing and saying, okay, but hopefully we can rectify this in the summer by buying up more of a finisher. I think all our attackers are good, but other than Jota and maybe Salah, they don't feel like raw finishers. I feel like Diaz is more of a creator, whereas if we can kind of bring in like a proper finisher, we would do good. McAllister's got the man of the match there. Fish says, "It's me, Arne Slot. What are you doing messaging me? Get back on the touchline. You got a game to win." Arne Slot's just messaging me from his burner account. Can you bring on Endo, please? No Endo, but we get Jones. Yeah, I saw him coming on. Playing with fire there. Every time Endo's come on, we've locked off the game and we won it. So Slot, aka Fish, just wants to make our lives a bit more stressful. Ooh, nice pass by Trent. It was a nice pass, but Jones was offside. Connor Cody, he's another Judas. Connor Cody. He always plays with extra attitude against Liverpool, and I know because it didn't work out for him at Liverpool, and then he went to Everton. But it's like, come on, man. I just find him irritating. I mean, I'm sure he's a nice person, but it's because he tries extra hard against Liverpool. Ali Hamza says, "Is Karim Benzema better than Mo Salah?" Well, the current incarnation probably not. Are you talking about prime Benzema versus prime Salah? Again, I'd probably say not, but I'm a bit biased. I think Benzema kind of benefited from playing alongside Ronaldo, um, playing in a better team, playing against weaker opposition. That's not to say Benzema's bad. Benzema's a very, very good player. Um, I'd probably go with Salah, but again, given the shirt I'm wearing, I'm perhaps a tad biased. I don't think there are any home fans there. Have not heard them once this game. Wow. Yeah, they're not the most vocal these days. Leicester's actually not too far from me. I could have gone if they didn't want to turn up. Yeah, I've noticed that things have changed a bit. They more kind of wait for something to happen and then they start, which is a bit disappointing. Ali Hamza says, "Do you think Carlo Ancelotti will leave Madrid?" Unfortunately, it looks like that, and it looks like he might be getting sacked, which I think is unfortunate given what he's won for Madrid. Um, Madrid are like a ruthless club, like a cutthroat club. So if you don't kind of, as soon as you kind of drop off a bit, they do kind of sack you. Which again has its advantages in certain situations, and perhaps it doesn't have its advantages in other situations. But yeah, I think this season he'll go. Apparently, he's linked with the Brazil job. So Ancelotti will probably go to Brazil, and then Real Madrid will probably get Alonso or somebody, which will be interesting because Alonso plays a different formation. So he plays 3-5-2, 5-3-2, depending on if the opposition is attacking or not. So Real Madrid's structure will completely change on the pitch. It'll be interesting to see that. And that's full time. Full time. We win the game. A pretty an okay game, I'd say. An okay game. As kind of Pixel was saying earlier, created loads of opportunities. And yeah, like Durwood is saying there, it really does feel like a dirty win. Like, I don't know why. It just feels kind of icky. Um, I don't know why. Because we did create lots of opportunities. And we did hit the post, but it just feels a bit wrong. Um, but yeah, a bizarre win, a bizarre game, but it's 3 points. So three points closer. Does that mean we only need 3 more points now? So probably win it against Spurs, which would be delightful, mate. Ange's gonna love that, mate. So your former manager Jurgen Klopp will be Madrid manager. That's another possibility, and to be honest, it wouldn't surprise me. A lot of people are taking it a bit personally, like, oh my God, Klopp would never go there. He'd never go to that club. I'm like, of course he would. Of course he would. And if he wants to, let him go. Let him go. He's never managed in Spain. I think it'd be a good opportunity for him. It'll probably be his last job as well. If Klopp was to go there, I'd be happy for him. If Trent was to go there, I'd be annoyed. TJI said, if he wins nothing this season, it's possible he would leave. Not sure if there's anyone to take over though. Is that Ancelotti? Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I've heard rumors that he's going to get sacked, which doesn't seem like a particularly civil thing to do given what he's provided for them. But equally, Real Madrid's like a different world. It's just how they operate. And I think as we were saying in the chat earlier, they've got 15 Champions League, so I guess it works to a certain degree. But I reckon he'll go. I reckon he'll go. Even the football hasn't been great this year, so probably move on. Ooh, if Arsenal loses Wednesday, Liverpool get the trophy. So we might not even need to beat Spurs. I mean, we will beat Spurs. Who are Arsenal playing next? Again, they're zooming in on Trent. I'm not seeing any badge kissing Trent. I'm not seeing any fist bumping or, or I'm staying. I'm not seeing you spelling that out, Trent. Ah, good. It would be the funniest thing if you signed a new contract. I don't think it's going to happen. Oh, don't say that. Oh, God. David says he looks like he's got tears in his eyes. Oh, God. Uh, oh, yeah. They're showing, they're doing the little interview now. He does look like he's got tears in his eyes. You know when someone's talking and they're trying not to cry, but it looks like they're crying. That's what he's doing. It's unfortunate. Ali says, "Man, you should be loyal husband, man, and human because you're still supporting your club after some tragic incident. Just like me, Madrid fan, I can't, I can't digest rice. Can't digest rice after those 2 goals. Well, hopefully, if somebody called Chocolate scores against us, I'll stop eating chocolate and then I'll lose a bit of weight. So if there's any player that is called Chocolate, get them to take a penalty against us, and then I'll get a lot healthier." Yeah, and if there's a player called Fizzy Drink, get them to score against us as well. Yeah, that's very observant there, Durwood. He has the facial expression as when Klopp had his send off. Yeah, he does a very kind of similar facial expression, the kind of not crying, but like tears in the eyes kind of thing. Yeah, it's I'd say overall as a conclusion, it's made it look a bit more. It's made it look a bit more likely that he probably is gonna leave. I can't hear the interview obviously because I've muted it, but I don't know. I don't know if they're asking him about his future and all that. Appreciate he's probably going to be under a lot more pressure now because obviously because Salah signed, and obviously because Van Dijk signed, and he's the only one left. So I'm trying to lip read, but it looks like, oh yeah, we got the 3 points, job done. We got 3 points, job done. It's like whatever question you ask these players, you ask players like, I don't know, what's your favorite pizza, and they'll say, yeah, we got the 3 points, job done. On to the next one. That's media training for you. Durwood says, I will be a huge Palace fan on Wednesday. I'm just checking that. So, Arsenal Palace, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock on a Wednesday. I'm thinking of kind of I would do a watch along with that, but I feel like Arsenal are gonna win. So it'll be like, oh god, what's coming up? Yeah, maybe probably Man City Villa on Tuesday. Might do that one instead because even though I will also be a huge Palace fan, I think Arsenal will probably get that done. In my opinion, Trent would have signed before the other two just because of the history, because he has history with the club. Yes, because he's been here since he was a child and he knows the club inside out. He knows the city inside out. It's disappointing. But again, nothing's determined concretely yet. But it is what it is. Let's keep our eye on it. Mr. Don't Mind Me says, what do you think about United versus Leon? Yeah, we did a watch along of that on Thursday. Honestly, it was a great game. It was great fun. It was kind of great fun to watch. It was like Man United were on top, then Leon were on top, and then Leon got players sent off. The number 8, forget his name now. Was it Canusi or something? Number 8 got sent off. Then Leon somehow went ahead, and then United brought on their players, and then Maguire with his gigantic head headed it in last second. We watched that. We did a watch along on Thursday. It was a great game. Again, I'm disappointed that Man United won. Of course, of course, of course, I'm disappointed that Man United won. Um, but it was a great game to watch. It was great fun. It was more fun than it was more fun than some of the Champions League games, and it was a memorable game. I'm not gonna forget that for a while. So yeah, I think they come up in the lives section. But yeah, we watched that one together. Durwood says if Klopp goes to Madrid, Trent will go. I think that's what the hold up. Who will be the manager? You reckon? You might be right. You might be right. They're probably texting about this secretly, like keeping each other updated. Like, yeah, I've sorted my contract out. You can sign your contract now. There must be some level of communication between them. Um, if Klopp goes there, I can probably sympathize with Trent like 5%. Right now, I sympathize with him 0%. But if Klopp goes there, I can sympathize with him a little bit. Again, he's still a scruff for going for free. He's still a scruff for not getting the club any money. But if Klopp's there, I can sympathize with him a little bit. That was it. Mr. Don't Mind Me says, I think the number 8 was Corentin Tolisso. Yeah, Tolisso, that was it, yeah. His sending off was weird. The tackle on Euro, where he was... So Euro was where that plant is. Euro was here. Tolisso is where that mirror is. And yeah, got booked for that. Bizarre. A bizarre game. But the bizarre games are kind of the most kind of memorable ones, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna watch all the United Europa League games now. I mean, they're entertaining, partly because they're rubbish, but you know what I mean. But if you're rubbish, you're entertaining. So yeah, I'll definitely be watching those. Yeah, great win. Take care. See you soon. Great content. Thanks, Defts. Now, yeah, see you soon. Hope you have a nice weekend. Hope you have a nice Easter. And yeah, see you soon. Better Squad. Beta Squad says, hi, how are you? I'm good. We just watched the Liverpool Leicester game whilst talking about other games. And yeah, had good fun. Had good fun watching it. We've done a lot of watch-alongs this week. We've done the Arsenal game, we've done the Villa game, we've done the Man United game, and now the Liverpool game. But yeah, a bit tired, but good. But more importantly than that, how are you? How are you doing? Hope you are doing good. So just checking the fixtures for what's coming up next. Immediately after this, I'm gonna go outside because I've not done any walking today, and I try to do walking every single day. Ah, come on. Is it the usual, I'm not going to talk about my contract situation? Aki, why am I putting on an extreme northern accent? He doesn't have that much of a northern accent. I'm not going to speak on the situation and some BS. So the usual BS, I'm not going to talk about it in public. It's all going to be handled in the background, and I just want to focus on my football. I just want to focus on me recovery. That kind of nonsense, was it? That kind of nonsense. Like, I get it. It's media training, and these are the things that they have to say, but equally, it just kind of makes things a bit boring, doesn't it? A bit boring and a bit dumb. Lee Billy says, "Yo, do you play football?" I used to. These days it's difficult to find 21 other people to play with. Like, the older you get, the less people you hang around with. You know what I mean? So now I mostly just kind of exercise on my own, go to the gym, that sort of thing. Durwood says, exactly, yeah. It's just the usual nonsense response, which contains words but also says nothing. I miss the football responses from 10, maybe 20 years ago, when there was a bit more venom in the response, where there was a bit more volatility, where there's a bit more entertainment. But these days, the responses, they're no good. Lee Billy says, "Do you play Fortnite?" I used to. I go through phases of playing games. So I did kind of play Fortnite a lot. I had a lot of fun, but then eventually I get bored of it, and then I move on to another game. So currently playing like Resident Evil Village, which is like a survival horror type game. But I might give Fortnite another try. Like, I typically play games for 3 months and then move on to something else, kind of thing. Fortnite is good. Fortnite's it's good fun. I'm not very good at the crafting. I'm rubbish at crafting the houses, crafting the towers. But I'm good at the shooting. I can do the shooting, but crafting, I'm rubbish at that. I know they then implemented like no crafting maps, and those are a bit more my thing. Protect what is ours says, "Are you from Merseyside?" Yes, I'm from Garston, just around the area. He needs to just speak out like Salah did. Yeah, I think that's the difference, because all year long, Salah's been saying, "I want to stay, I want to stay, I want to stay," and Van Dijk's been saying, "I want to stay, I want to stay, I want to stay." Like, the other two have constantly been saying, "Yeah, guys, we want to stay. Please keep us. Please love us. We love you. We love the fans. We love the city. We love the atmosphere around the club. We love the staff around the club." Whereas Trent hasn't done anything. It's like, at least say, I don't know, at least say you love the club or something, or you love the catering staff who prepare the meals. Just say something. It's just a bit cold not to say anything. And again, I understand to a certain degree, but it can feel like a bit like, it can feel a bit disappointing. It can feel a bit disappointing. Like, just say something. Just kind of give something back, if you know what I mean. Protect what's ours says, "Good. There's too many London fans in Liverpool, and I've got to listen to them. Yap, yap, yap. Good to see people from Merseyside talking about their club." Yeah, Liverpool fans everywhere, man. Quite a few Man United fans in Liverpool. But equally, I think, you know what? Big club kind of has fans everywhere, so it's pretty good to see. But that is today's game done with. 1-0 win, not bad. We were predicting 4-0 at the start. We were predicting 5-1 at the start. We perhaps created enough chances to do that. But what can you do? 1-0 win still counts as 3 points. So, in terms of next game then, Man City versus Villa is on Tuesday. Arsenal versus Crystal Palace, that's on Wednesday. But probably not going to bother watching that one, because I think Arsenal are going to win. Already got my ticket sorted for Chelsea Liverpool. Hopefully we smash you. Hopefully we smash you after the Guard of Honor. Yeah. Are you Liverpool fan or Chelsea fan? I'm just trying to figure it out. When you've been sitting here for 2 hours, it's my fault, but once you've been sitting here for 2 hours, the brain cells start kind of going. Spurs and Forest tomorrow, yeah. Spurs and Forest tomorrow, that might be quite good. Just trying to think. Yeah, I think most likely, guys, even though I want to do tomorrow's, I don't know if I'll have the opportunity. So possibly Tuesday for the next one. Man City Villa. Okay, yeah. Chelsea lad grew up down the road. Oh, in Chelsea. Very nice. Very nice. I used to work around Chelsea back in the day. Nice area, as you as you can imagine. But yeah, good stuff. Yeah, probably back on Tuesday, guys. Uh, Man City versus Villa. Obviously, we'll do the Liverpool one, which is, oh god, it's Sunday. It's a week away. Okay, yeah. Man City Villa will be the next one, and then we will reassess after that. What will be the next one after that, and then we'll go from there. Cool. All right, nice one. Well, thank you for keeping me company again. Kept me entertained as always, and it's good to see everyone else kind of chatting in the chat and kind of getting along as well. So that's kind of really positive to see. I'm gonna drop off now. Gonna go do a walk before it gets dark, and yeah, have a great rest of your day, says Dawood. Yeah, hope you have a great rest of your day too. We've only got about a couple of hours left, but you'll have longer. But being a few hours behind. But yeah, hope you guys have a nice day too. Hope your recovery goes well also. And yeah, see you guys on Tuesday. Cool. Take care, guys. Thank you.